Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So before we get into today's card making tutorial video, I wanted to just share a few things with you. First of all, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to be revealing the winner to my daffodil birthday card that I created in last Sunday's video. And the other thing I wanted to share with you as well, so next weekend is my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, and then on the Monday, so a week tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing my brand new stamp sets. So what I wanted to do was run a competition, so for two lucky winners are going to win a set of both of my stamp sets. If you want to be in with a chance to win these, please leave me a comment down below, and I will be revealing the winners in next Sunday's video for that. So just let me know you want to be entered, and yeah, we're going to be giving away both sets to 2 lucky winners. So now let's get into creating our card for today's card making video. So in today's video, this is the colour combination that we're kind of basing our card around. So I watch a lot of videos by Amy R here on YouTube, and she's part of this colour throwdown challenge. And I wanted to have a look on Instagram and see really what it was all about, because basically they give you a colour scheme to follow and she creates a card around that. And what I really love is being given that colour theme, because sometimes I think it gets me out of my box a little bit. I have to kind of think about using colours that maybe I wouldn't necessarily put together. So this week's sort of colour combination was like brown, green and blue. So I'm going to be creating a ink smushed background. So I pulled out 4 colours of Distress Oxide like you've seen at the beginning. So we have got Speckled Egg, Prized Ribbon, Lucky Clover and Ground Espresso. I wouldn't necessarily pull those colours together, but that's what I actually really love about, like I said, being given kind of a colour scheme. So if you guys are up for the challenge, this could be something that we follow every week or every couple of weeks, and then, you know, you can go and create a card using that same colour scheme, and it'd be really great to see what you guys come up with. So the first thing I'm doing here is I've stamped this big background stamp onto some watercolour cardstock, and I'm just going to cover this in some clear embossing powder. The reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to create little kind of pool areas for the colour to sit when we do our ink smushing, and it just means then you're still going to be able to see kind of those separate colours really nicely. Then I'm going to just heat this with my heat tool. So if you have already cut your card to size, just be careful. Obviously, I didn't really have any areas to kind of be able to hold this because obviously the design came off the side. So just be really careful not to burn yourself. So with our ink smushing, I'm going to show you 2 different results that you can get depending on the surface that you are going to be using. For the first colour we're going to lay down, I'm going to use my glass mat, and then after that I'm going to show you the difference of what actually happens to the ink when you kind of spritz that water onto it, and we're going to be using kind of one of those like messy matte surfaces. So like I said, for this first bit, I'm going to pull out my glass mat, and the first colour that I'm going to use is the Speckled Egg. I wanted to add just like a lighter colour to this. So you can see how that water has reacted with it, first of all on the glass mat. So the water's kind of really soaked into that ink. It's kind of it's not really moving around the cardstock because I don't have tons of water on there, but you can see how it's just kind of pooled together, and you can see the kind of effect that's given me on my watercolor card. The one thing I would say, just a tip, is before you start ink smushing, is to spritz your water onto your cardstock first of all. That will just help kind of absorb that ink into it nicely. So now, like I said, I'm going to move on. This is the mat that you get with the Tim Holtz glass mat. So I'm just using this. I've put down some Lucky Clover, and can you see how that's beading on the surface, and see the application now onto that cardstock. Of course, it's a deeper colour, so you're going to see a little bit more than you would for that Speckled Egg, but it really makes a difference depending on the type of surface you are ink smushing. For me personally, I do use my glass mat as well for this technique, but I think on a surface like this, one of these sort of messy mats, because the colour beads and it doesn't kind of move into the water quite as much, I think you get a sort of better result. So I'm just kind of moving through these colours. So I put quite a lot down for that Speckled Egg because it's quite a light colour. Then, so you can see that I went in with the Lucky Clover, and now I'm going in with a Prized Ribbon with even less ink on my mat. I'm laying down less ink because it's a more intense colour. So you can see how that's starting to look. You've got the ink is pooling in the areas. That's because we did that bit of heat embossing, and like I said, it just kind of stops that ink from kind of mixing too much just to become one colour. So I'm going back in with a little bit more speckled egg, I'm trying to really fill in the areas that are quite white here. So you can see where the colour isn't going. Again, if you spritz the cardstock with water in the areas that you want the ink to go, you will be able to kind of get it into those areas a little better. Then I'm going to use the ground espresso. So I debated whether I wanted to add this onto the background, but I thought I would give it a go just to really see what happened. You can see I've not put a lot down on this mat because I don't want it to kind of muddy too much. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think adding the ground espresso actually into the background was a mistake? I actually kind of love it, to be honest. It's something a little bit different. It is a bit grungy, maybe. But yeah, I actually quite like it. And I'm just taking a paper towel just to lift off any kind of harsher areas. I wanted it to be quite subtle. Now I'm going to show you another way that you can sort of ink smush onto a background. So you can add it to a piece of plastic, or you can add it, I'm putting it here on an acrylic block, and I've just spritzed some water on it, so it's going to pour like it did on the glass mat, but you can actually lay the colour down where you want it to go. So you can see there that I was just moving it into the areas where I didn't have any ink, rather than kind of laying it on top of those other colours. So yeah, let me know what you think. I actually really like the way this has turned out. And again, this isn't a combination of certainly adding that ground espresso isn't something that I would have done or wouldn't have come up with kind of on my own. That's what I quite like about these colour throwdown challenges. You know, when I watch other videos, or like, you know, when you get given a colour scheme, like I do with my commissions, it really helps me to kind of pick different combinations. So I really love this background. It looks quite subtle. Obviously that ground espresso, even though it is quite a dark colour, it really, to me, doesn't kind of overwhelm my background too much. So now that's all completely dry, I'm going to add this onto a piece of holographic cardstock. I think this is the Hollow Wave by Tonic Studios. So I'm just going to add some foam tape all the way across the back of this just to help flatten it out. So in this video, I actually end up running out of this tape. I have ordered some more. If you are looking for a good foam tape, this is really, really great. So I bought this on Amazon. It was roughly about £35, which, you know, initially you think that's quite a lot of money just for a roll of tape. So you've seen how much in my videos I've used this. I use it in my commissions and that as well. And I bought this roll back in October. I think it was like October the 3rd when I had a look on Amazon. And I'm only just running out of it. So this really does last a long time. So now I'm going to add my sentiment. I've actually added my background and that holographic layer onto a 6x6 card base. And I've taken a piece of brown cardstock, just that scrap that I had in my stash. And I'm cutting a hexagon. I wanted something that went more with the background than just kind of doing a circle or a square. I'm going to put this into my mini MISTI and I'm going to stamp my sentiments. So the sentiments has come from both of my new stamp sets. So we've got the Ultimate Big Words, and I'm going to be stamping the happy. And then from the Ultimate Sentiment Builder, we are going to use the Wishing You A and then birthday. And I'm stamping this directly onto this brown cardstock. I'm going to heat emboss it with some white embossing powder. So you can see I've used my anti-static powder bag first, just to make sure we don't get any embossing powder where we don't want it to be. And this happy actually fitted really, really perfectly onto this hexagon. And then I'm just going to kind of nestle these other two stamps around the happy. Absolutely love this. Don't forget, this is going on sale. It's going to be on an Etsy channel, so I will link it next weekend. But this is going on sale on the 28th of February, which is 1 week from tomorrow. So I'm really, really excited about this. I've got my Etsy page up. I'm ready to go next Monday. So definitely don't forget to check that out. So I'm going to melt this now with my heat tool. So in a second you will see me use an adhesive eraser. This is like a harder rubber, and this is really great obviously for getting rid of any dried adhesive, but also if you've got any embossing powder that you don't really want it to be, it's a really great tool as well for that, just to help get rid of those little specks. So I'm going to add this to my card. So again, I'm going to add some foam tape. So again, I'm coming to the end of the roll. I might as well kind of use it up a little bit. This is a really simple card. I actually really love how this turned out. Again, it was really more about that background and kind of those colours and things. If you have spent time on a background like this, you don't always want to kind of cover it with tons of other stuff. So, you know, having a really simple sentiment, I'm going to add some Nouveau drops here now. I want to say this is the Olive Branch, maybe. It's sort of a deeper green colour. I'm just going to add 3 of these just around our hexagon. that's then going to finish our card today. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I really love it. Again, even adding that ground espresso as well. So just to finish off this video, we are going to be revealing the winner to this daffodil birthday card. So this is our kind of monthly birthday card giveaway. So thank you everybody who commented on my video from last weekend who wanted to be entered into this. The winner of this card, I really hope I'm going to say this correctly, is Ebba Lytle, I think it is. So please reach out to me, Facebook or Instagram, and yeah, I can grab your address and get this sent out to you. So congratulations to you. And the last thing I just wanted to say is, like I have previously, I now have abundance of magazines, ones that I've already got, obviously from commissions being sent them, and then subscribing to them. So the ones I've got, this is Papercraft Essentials. This is the new one with that Ultimate Gift Box Creator, which I have done a video for. We've got the Tonic Studio Premium Card Making Magazine with sort of the spring themed gifts there. We've got this issue of Die Cutting Essentials. So again, I think this was last month's issue, I believe. We have got the Creative Stamping, where we've got all of these really lovely plants, and we've got that Hanky Dory section in there as well. And then we do have the latest issue of Simply Cards and Papercraft. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I've not done anything in terms of cancelling any of my subscriptions yet, but let me know what you guys want to do with this. If anyone wants to buy any of these, I was literally just going to charge for delivery. I think for something this size was roughly about £1.60, £1.70, so let me know in the comment section down below. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Next weekend, we are going to be celebrating my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, and Sunday's video, we are going to recreate the very first card that I made, and that video is still on my channel, so you can go and check that out if you want to. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below if you want to be entered into winning a set of my brand new stamp sets. We're going to be revealing those winners in next week's video as well on Sunday, and then my stamps do go on sale live the following day on the Monday 28th of February. So that's going to be it for today. So thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.